Fitzy and Wippa.
From Jurassic World Dominion,
What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
Sam Neill joins Fitzy and Wippa.
It's disappointing because we know how much you love this studio. You've said it on the show, but these are your words.
This is my favourite studio.
Is it really?
They're so nice to me.
You should see what we say off air.
The minute that door shuts. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
This is your favourite studio. We love embracing you. We love your aroma when you're in here, but unfortunately we can't get that today, Sam.
I know. Well, it's just the coffee wasn't quite as good last time as it normally is.
Sorry about that.
Before we talk about Jurassic World, Sam, you know what? You've got so many friendships over the years with your career. I'm a little bit worried, though, that a lot of your friends are now trespassing on your land there. Taika Waititi did a video on your winery when you weren't there. Also, we interviewed Bryce Dallas Howard, who's in the movie with you, Jurassic World, and this is what she had to say last week.
I was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Someone was like, yeah, that's Sam Neill's farm. And I trespassed and I walked onto his land and I was like looking for Sam Neill and he wasn't there. And
Security
that's...
escorted her.
Did you tell him that? Have you told him that?
The restraining order stands, which made filming with Sam Neill really complicated.
Are you a little bit worried that people are just trespassing on your land, Sam?
No, I'm happy for them to stray around. And occasionally, you know, they get an animal named after them.
That's true.
Taika got a pig named after him, but you know, he went the way of all pigs, unfortunately, so he is no more, sadly.
Oh. Did the pig get eaten or did it die? Did Taika die or was he eaten?
I don't know what happened, but he just got dispensed with. You didn't want to see him from the rear end because he had the biggest pair
of plums.
Oh my God! They were embarrassing.
Really, big swingers.
That's not why he went. He wasn't doing well. We couldn't work out. He was just losing weight all the time. The vet couldn't work out what was wrong, so it was time to move on.
Can you believe, Sam Neill, when you think about it, 20 years ago that Jurassic World kicked off?
Jurassic Park.
Oh no, it's 30 years ago.
30? Well, my sheet's got a typo on it. 30 years. Does it feel like 30 years, Sam Neill?
It doesn't feel like 30 years, and it's 20 years since number 3, which is the next one I did.
Wow.
But, you know, I thought there's going to be running and screaming. That's traditional in Jurassic films.
Yeah.
Will I be able to keep up with the best? And of course I
Of course you can.
Yes, of course I could.
Yeah. It would have been lovely to see Laura Dern again. Would have been really tough with you having to associate with Jeff Goldblum again, Sam. How was that?
No, I love Jeff dearly. He drives me completely crazy, but he is one of the great people on the planet, and we had a great deal of fun. We played a lot of music together.
Yeah, I love that.
We were locked up, you know, in a hotel for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed out. We were allowed to walk in the gardens, and that was about it.
Who's more annoying, Jeff Goldblum or Brian Brown?
Oh, Brian.
What's the one thing? What's the one thing? You know, take a moment to think about it.
I mean, you guys are such good friends. I mean, was there a moment when he heard that you were getting back with Jurassic World Dominion? Did he say, is there any extra... I don't know.
No, he would have tried to rip it apart. I wouldn't do that film, mate. I'd let that go.
Can you talk to the directors? Any chance that I can get in on this one, Sam?
No, he's always got his own projects, and you know, he'd be easily confused with a T-Rex. That's the problem. You've got to look different from a dinosaur, and he's remarkably T-Rex-ish.
So can I ask you, Sam, what's the difference from 30 years ago, a green screen and making out that there's a dinosaur in the scene, than what it is now? How much has technology changed?
Look, there's very little green screen in these films. I mean, a Marvel film is all about sort of other universes and things, so it has to be green screen. Mm-hmm. We had, you know, living, breathing dinosaurs, some of whom I knew from 30 years ago. The T-Rex is fundamentally the same T-Rex.
Yeah.
We'd say good morning to each other. Good morning, Tommy. That's Tommy the T-Rex. You'd say good morning, Sam. We're old friends. We've worked together before, and because we're using CGI as well as animatronics.
Yeah.
That's sort of what differentiates, I think, the Jurassic films from others, because you're actually working with three-dimensional things rather than looking at a tennis ball all the time.
And that would help. That would make it easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. And these are scary-looking things. You need to watch yourself.
Have you watched the movie yet, Sam? Have you had a screening?
I have. I was abroad. I was away in America a few weeks ago, and we had a screening, and I was white knuckling all the way through it. I couldn't believe. It's a fabulous action film. It's like being on a ride at Universal.
Love that. Do you know what surprised me the other day? And I know that this is a hard topic to be negative about, but you've got Jurassic World Dominion coming out, right? And then I saw that David Attenborough has released a dinosaur special. And I don't know how you call David Attenborough at the age of, what is he, 90-odd?
He's 90-odd, yeah.
And say, hey, Attenborough, pull your head in, mate. Do the live stuff. I've got dinosaurs covered, you bastard. It just felt a bit, I don't know, off taste and with bad timing, Sam.
I love Attenborough.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No, but of course I knew his brother. His brother was in Jurassic 1.
Of course,
That's right.
What a wonderful family, and it's my sort of secret ambition is to, as Attenborough retires, except he just goes on and on.
Yeah, doesn't he?
He sings at 120.
He did.
I kind of want to fill that slot. I want to be here.
He just recently walked around with the Queen. Did you see that in the
garden?
In her backyard? Went through the garden and. It was a lovely conversation.
Were they flirting?
Well, I think there was a couple of moments where I thought, now that Philip's gone, she's on here.
Wouldn't surprise me if Dave did a special on the anatomy of the Queen.
Age appropriate.
Now, that would be interesting. And another dinosaur special.
This is great. And you know what? We grew up with Jurassic Park, now Jurassic World. It is so good to have you back, Sam. I cannot wait to take the kids to the movies to see this one. It's out. Make sure you go and see it. Sam Neill, it is so good to speak to you again, sir. Thanks for coming on the show.
I love you guys.
Love you too,
Thank you, buddy. I'll fix the coffee. We'll get you back in the studio. See you, mate.
See you, Sammy.
Fitzy and Wippa.